20 years in a Chinese prison. Jimmy Chen was arrested in China for commercial fraud and has been behind bars for almost 2 years. Chen's arrest was related to a business dispute that began after he started a firm that imported electronics from a Chinese conglomerate. With more on Canada's role in this, let's speak with Liberal MP Jim Karygiannis. Well, actually, you don't think Canada has a role in this as far as the government is concerned?
Well, I would say more that the Canadian government is missing in action. I've been trying to get in touch with the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. I've talked to a couple of people, sent letters to them for about a month and a half, close to 2 months. No response. I've asked that they send a diplomatic note over to China. There was a court ruling a few weeks ago that says that there's an obligation on behalf of the government of Canada to bring Mr. Chan home. I think the government is MIA in this.
So what has been the involvement of Foreign Affairs to date?
Besides going to see him a number of times when he was jailed and being there when he was sentenced, nothing more that I know of. We did have Mr. Pushkin that just came back from Bulgaria, a similar situation where there was a fallout between two companies, and the Prime Minister got involved personally. He wrote to the Bulgarians 2 years ago. I've asked that they do the same. Unfortunately, to this date, I haven't heard anything.
So why have you taken up Mr. Chen's cause?
I was asked to by family members as well as other people involved in the community, and I am helping this family because, here you got Mr. Chan, whose daughter just graduated from university back in October. One of the milestones in a father's, and I got 5 daughters, and some of the milestones that we celebrate is the birth of a child, the christening of a child, the child's growing up, and the graduation from university. Mr. Chan was not able to be at his daughter's graduation.
Now, as I understand it, if you can you give us a simplified version of what happened? He went to China to settle this dispute and was immediately arrested there?
Company A, Company B got into business. Company A in China was dealing through Hong Kong. There was a dispute in Canada. There was a court case that started. The company in Hong Kong, China, invited him to go over to settle it, and as soon as he stepped into Chinese grounds, he was arrested.
Really? And there's really not much you can do about the system there.
There's a lot of things that we can do. One of the things that we can do is engage the Chinese. The Chinese are our second largest trading partner. We just finished the G8. I sent a note to Mr. Harper when the G8 started saying, why don't we take the Chinese and the Indians and other developing nations that should be part of the G8 under our wing and welcome them into the family of the G8 to be part of that exclusive club. We talk about the environment and everything else, but on trade and trade alone, we have something like about 1.5 million Canadians of Chinese descent, first generation or second generation, that are going back and forth trading. Mr. Chan is not the only case. Other cases have come to my attention, and families are saying, we're watching to see how this is going to go before we proceed. But if we were to engage the Chinese and trying to bring them into the G8 and work with them on best practices, work on them on all these things that are happening, and make sure that our citizens, when they're traveling over there, are safe, and we have approaches back and forth with the Chinese that right now, with this Prime Minister, is not existing, the Chan situation would not happen.
Jim Karygiannis, thank you very much for your time today.
Thank you.